I have to tell you something. I hate junk drawers, like despise them. If ever I go into a client's house and they have a junk drawer, we completely remove it from their kitchen or office. And you want to know why? Well, in this video, I'm going to share why I hate junk drawers and how you can transform your junk drawer into something way more useful.
Hey there, I'm Jessica, the Organized Mama, and I help families just like you with practical organizing, decorating, and DIY tips.
Okay, I hate junk drawers. I really, truly do, because they are just a collection of your indecisions. Yes, I'm saying it, your indecisions. You're being indecisive about whether to keep something or not to keep something, so you throw it in a drawer, close it, and expect it to miraculously either disappear or you figure out exactly what its purpose is. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's just not going to happen. Junk drawers are the worst thing to have in your kitchen. Now, let me explain. That drawer or drawers is a collection of your indecisions. And typically when you find that you can't decide what to keep or what not to keep, or you just aren't sure, or you'll put it off for later, what you're going to find is that you have reached that point in your decision making where you have completely fatigued. It is called decision fatigue, and it is actually a real thing. It sounds so crazy, but it's true. We have talked about decision fatigue that you can check out in this video up here or down below. Now, they say you make an average of 55,000 decisions in a day. So, of course, you're going to have a junk drawer with all indecisions because you might have already used all of your decisions up for the day. And when it finally comes time to figuring out if you need to keep that one little paper clip, you're just going to shove it into the drawer and close it and be like, oh, I'll deal with it later. But when later actually comes and you open up that drawer only to find a gigantic mess, your anxiety and overwhelm is going to take over. So how can we combat this? Well, I have some easy tips for you to create a purposeful drawer instead of a junk drawer. Okay, so to start decluttering your junk drawer, take everything out. This is not one where you can declutter without making a mess. This is where you have to take everything out and group it together so that you can see what you have. Then give the drawer a specific purpose based on the items that you have that you want to keep in your kitchen or in your office, wherever that junk drawer was. So see what items you actually need and want in that one space, and then everything else either throw away or find a new home. Now, I've had a ton of clients that have said, well, I need a junk drawer. I need pencils and paper and Post-its and stamps. And I'm like, that's great, but none of those things are junk. All those things are, they're office supplies, stationery. That's what that drawer's purpose is. Office supplies, stationery. That's what that drawer should be if you need those in your kitchen. Give the drawer a specific purpose. And also, when you do that, you can downsize the drawer. Okay, I have a story for you. Before we did our big kitchen remodel, our kitchen had 3 drawers. That was it. We had one drawer that would fit a standard size silverware organizer, but that was as large as it was. That was our largest drawer. And then we had 2 other very small, narrow drawers. Inside those drawers, I had to be super thoughtful about what I stored in them. Otherwise, they would just end up being a pile of garbage, and then they would serve no purpose. So I did not have room for a junk drawer. And that was a great thing because I realized we just needed Post-it notes and pens and paper and things to write on in the kitchen. We didn't need an entire large drawer of all of these other things. And we actually downsized what we needed into that kitchen. We found that we could just use a magnetic holder to hold the items that we needed. So we didn't even need a drawer. Look at that. Like, you might not even need a drawer to store the items that you want in your kitchen. Another way to remove the junk drawer is to take the guesswork out of decluttering. What I mean by that is to start with having a declutter caddy. You can watch how to make a declutter caddy right up here. I promise you it will help immensely for every single declutter project that you have. Also, ask yourself questions. There are very specific questions that I ask when I work with in-home clients. And the reason being is that I want you to focus on what you actually have, what you actually need, and what purpose that has in your house. When you ask those questions, you can easily start to see how and what you use. I have free decluttering questions listed below, so make sure you snag those while you declutter your junk drawer. Okay, another tip is to just give yourself a clean slate. To do that, you might need to reorganize some of your drawers in your kitchen. Now, hear me out on this one because most people say, but that's so much work. I want to explain this. You have created a habit with yourself to throw your junk into the junk drawer. Well, if you remove that drawer, you are stopping that habit from taking place. So if, let's say, you can put kitchen utensils in where you used to have your junk drawer and move your office supply drawer to a smaller drawer, then you will be able to break the habit of just dumping junk into a drawer. You are now stopping that habit. You have now changed your routine. You have now created a new organizational system. All of these things are the lingo in the professional organizing world. You're just breaking a habit. That's all you're doing, and you're changing it to a different habit. So if you change your drawers, you will stop that habit. You will break that routine that you've set up for yourself, and then you will stop having a junk drawer. I know, totally crazy, but try it. It works. Then you also should look at the items that you have inside your junk drawer. Whatever you have inside your junk drawer, you probably have a reason for those items to be there. So really sort through what you have in your junk drawer and see if there's anything that you can do to stop the pile from going into another drawer. Let's say you have a bunch of coins that always end up in your drawer and you just don't understand why. Well, maybe set up kind of like a little coming in station near wherever your main entrance is to your home, like the most frequently used entrance. And you have a little bowl or jar, and that is where your partner or yourself can empty out your pockets with the coins. And if you find any coins, put them in that jar. It's located in one spot, so there is no more guesswork about where the coin should go. You have one designated spot. Keep the coin jar out on your counter even. And then that way you will stop the pileup of like the coins because you don't know where they should go. Same goes for paper clips, the credit cards that you aren't using, those random keys that you always find. You know what I'm talking about. All of those random keys that you have lying around, create a spot for them. And then when you're bored one day, go through and see what they open. I mean, just walk around your house. If your kids are like, I'm bored, be like, here, see what doors these open. And then if they don't open anything, it's probably okay to toss them. Okay, so now it is your turn to go and declutter your junk drawer and give it actual purpose. Love what you see? Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every Wednesday.